What's up, everybody? Welcome back to our playthrough of the Medium. We are nearing the end of our playthrough. Probably this could be our last episode. We are on episode 11, and with me, as usual, are Greaves and Bino. Greaves, why don't you catch us up on what's happened so far?
So last episode was a lot of little reveals here and there to sort of help unearth the story, give us some details about what's been going on, and catch us up as to what some of the characters are doing in the present timeline. So when the game began, we see Marianne discussing the events with someone who we don't know who they are in a bunker of some sort, and we now know that she was discussing them with Spirit Thomas, who she finally connected with. And one of the things that they're discussing is how Spirit Thomas used to have a connection with Real Thomas, but that connection has been dormant or severed for some time now, which leads us to what again, the beginning of the game, where a man chases a girl onto a dock, pulls out a gun, and we thought that was Thomas shooting this girl, which we eventually surmised was probably Lily, but it likely looks like it was actually Thomas turning on the gun on himself because he couldn't come to kill his daughter, and that was his way out. Um, Now we did have some encounters with the Maw. We discovered that Lily, as a result, is still alive, and we're gonna go see if we can find her. I have some personal theories that perhaps now Lily could maybe be the Maw because we haven't seen her and the Maw in the same location at the same time, kind of like Pokeroo. But I mean, really, at this point, anything can happen in this game because there's lots of little surprises and twists and turns, and I think there's still some unanswered questions that we have to find out before we get to the end. But it's definitely, I think we're in for the big reveal in the roller coaster ride that is the Medium so far.
Yep.
The other recap from yesterday, sorry to cut you off there, Bino,
Yep.
is that you'll notice I'm wearing a Yankees hat, despite my personal opinions. But that is because I lost a wager in the last episode to Bino. So congratulations, Bino. Here I am
Thank
wearing a cap that is almost literally sucking the life out of my head.
I appreciate Cook's ability to come through in the clutch. couldn't do this without you.
Inability.
As always, guys. Yes, if you guys are enjoying this content and want to keep watching, I ask that you consider subscribing and giving our videos a thumbs up and a like, and it really helps make the channel succeed and help us bring more content like this to you. So let's jump in and get this game wrapped up.
Let's do it. One thing I was wondering, Spirit Thomas said he hasn't felt Real Thomas's connection in a while. But Real Thomas called us, right? So he must be alive.
Real Thomas did call us, so he must be alive.
Or
I'm thinking that
or
too.
was at the time, yes.
yeah, I guess I don't know how long she's been here. It can't be that long, though.
And I was thinking about our thoughts on whether or not Thomas actually killed Lily, but Thomas's first words to us were, "It all starts with the dead girl."
Yeah.
And I'm trying to think about what he could mean by saying that. Maybe Lily died in the house fire, and the Maw brought her back to life, and that's why Thomas kept her locked away in that bunker.
Oh, maybe.
I know every inch of it.
And so when he shot, he wasn't shooting his daughter.
Something is different.
He was shooting the Maw.
And then Lily or Sadness, I guess, was scared of something in there. So was she scared of Thomas or something else?
Yeah, hard to say.
Yeah, I mean, it's so I guess my theory that I mentioned early in this episode just moments ago about her maybe being the Maw, I guess it's hard to make sense of that because the Maw was teasing her and talking to her in the fire.
Yeah.
So it seems like it is a third party entity rather than something that's part of her. But I mean, she's still running around the place, and the Maw hasn't gone for her. Although I think if she remember she said something that it doesn't bother her anymore because it's already warned her or something like that. Does that ring a bell to anyone else?
It doesn't want her anymore. It wants Marianne now.
Something bigger, I think it was. So I kept talking about that skin suit. So I mean, unless it is literally part of you inside. There's the lake.
Yeah. This is where... Oh, there she is.
That's one half of a butterfly wing. I just noticed that now.
I was trying to figure out what that was, and I guess we'll see that Lily has the other half.
Gotta
It
be.
almost looked like the state of Florida, but it wasn't.
It's a good costume. Thanks.
I'm Idaho. So this girl is much older than Sadness.
Lillian. Been waiting for you, little sister.
What?
Lily, I didn't know. I couldn't remember. I'm so sorry. It's okay. It was better that way. At least you had a life. For a while.
Yep.
We're
There's the
creepy.
butterfly thing now.
Lillian. That day when the fire broke out at our house, I made a deal.
Huh.
The part of my soul that was tormented was set loose. You mean the monster? But why? To save you. It helped us escape the flames, but in return, I had to set it free. Free to devour, to destroy, to kill. The Neva Massacre. Yes. All those people died so that we could live. And because I lived, so did my demons. Father knew my powers were too dangerous. He left you at the hospital so you could have a normal life.
And what about you? Did he try to...
No. Maybe he should have. But he couldn't bring himself to do it. Instead, he locked me away. But he only delayed the inevitable. Monster. It got out. And now you're here. You're the only one who can fix this. You. We both share our father's gifts, but also his fate. And the dream.
the dream? But all I see is a girl. You. Shot dead. Here, on this pier. Hasn't it already happened?
No.
Oh.
It's not the past you see. The dream. It's what I want to happen.
What?
It all ends in me.
But... no! No!
You can't send a spirit away while the host is still alive. That's why you couldn't destroy the monster. That's why Sadness didn't want to go.
But... you're my sister.
That's why it has to be you. I'm not strong enough. It won't let me. Only you can end this. Only you can fix what our father could not.
Liliana, I can't. Please, don't
I'm
make me do
sorry.
this.
It's the only way to destroy it. To prevent further bloodshed.
Lily,
I have a hard time figuring out if this is real or if this is some type of vision
What's going on?
that they're forcing her to see.
Constricting, outgrown, don't need her. Suit, light, almost gone, not dark yet, but it's getting there.
there is another way.
Marianne. No.
What is she doing? It's just
Like
nothing.
you said, I'm your only chance. Aren't I? You need me. A medium strong enough to sustain you. The others? They only lasted for so long before you broke them down.
Marianne, please. I don't want
Maybe
this.
it's not your choice. Maybe this is my story after all. No! Don't do this!
Please, sister. Set me free.
No! Stay back! Stay back!
Has to be you.
It'll never stop.
Finish this.
Only you can end this.
You can't always save everyone, Butterfly.
Fade to black.
It all starts with a dead girl.
Well, that's it.
Shortest episode ever.
Wow.
We should have kept playing last time.
I didn't know it was that close.
We had no idea.
Okay.
Well,
Still don't know what happened.
we still don't know what happened.
So Lily, I guess, couldn't pull the trigger on herself for some reason.
Because the
Maw
mob
was
wouldn't let
still
her do
living
it.
in her, and it wanted to jump from Lily to Marianne because Marianne was stronger. And so Marianne threatened to shoot herself so that it didn't have a vessel to move forward with.
Yeah, maybe, yeah. It was still in Lily, but it had outgrown her and wanted to move to a different body. And
So-
Marianne understood that and killed herself instead.
So who is Sadness?
Sadness is Lily.
Okay, so that was the spirit Lily, who I guess, which is interesting because it's such a young age. So I guess that's the age she was maybe, and her
That's
spirit
the
then
age she was
ceased
when. Yep.
to continue and was almost taken over. Okay, so
Yeah.
there were three of them then. The
Oh,
Maw.
Troy Baker was the
Lily.
mom. That's funny.
Who's that?
He's the voice of a lot of things.
Oh,
He's probably was in Last of Us too.
oh, cool.
I don't know. Is he Joel? I can't remember.
No,
He might be Joel, I think. Look him up. Troy Baker. I'm pretty sure he... Because it's not... Nolan North is the Uncharted guy. Anyway, sidetracked.
There you have it. It all starts with a dead girl and ends with a dead girl. But who? We don't know.
Yeah, I mean, you would assume...
oh yeah, he is
Marianne-
Joel's voice in Last of Us.
Nice. You would assume
Troy
Marianne,
Baker.
but she talked at the end, so maybe she's not.
So, I mean, we, as with all games that we plan on ending and finishing, we're going to have a discussions episode.
Yep.
And we'll dive into a little bit some of our thoughts and our reviews of the game, some discussion about what questions were unanswered, what parts we liked, what parts we didn't. I'm looking forward to talking about this one because I think there's a lot still to unravel that we can just sort of share our theories and ideas on. We can talk about whether this cliffhanger ending is what we want. Maybe we can do some quick peeking and seeing if there are any sequels planned for this, or if this is just going to end like that and it's an exercise for the readers. So,
Do you think there's a post-credits stinger a la Marvel?
Marvel, I doubt it. So here's a funny story. I don't think Bino knows this one because we're watching credits go by. I used to play Assassin's Creed Brotherhood a lot, and I loved it, and I played it a lot. And I went through, and I think I almost 100%ed it. I was really close. It was like 95 or 95%ed it. And then I finally got to sort of the end game where the credits roll, and I said to myself, you know what? I enjoyed this game so much. I'm just going to watch the credits roll. I'm going to bask it all in and sort of come down off my high of having finished the game. And I'm lying on the couch watching the credits roll, and literally 11 minutes into the credits, I'm watching, and I see my name come up in the credits.
What?
And I said, so I don't have a very common name. It's not like Joe Smith or something. I have a very unique name. And I see my name in full come up in the credits. And I must have had my mouth open for a full minute trying to process what the heck happened and why this was the case. It was such a weird experience. I did a little bit of research, and in the game there were some puzzles that had photographic evidence where you had to sort of link things together. And they had taken one of my pictures that I put up on Flickr using the Creative Commons, and they had put it into the game. And it
credited you, and you had no idea.
So crazy. It was awesome, though.
That's a very cool story.
If you now search my name in Google, one of the things that comes up is in the credit list for Assassin's Creed Brotherhood.
Damn, man, you quit your job now.
What are the odds that I would play this game, and then also to watch the credits all the way to the end, because it's almost one of the very last things that they put in there. So
That's funny.
always watch the credits. You never know whose name you're going to see.
That's really, really cool.
And I'm talking about you, Tomasz Zawodowski.
That's funny. Well, I think I had a good time playing this,
Yeah.
but I'm happy it's over because, my God, my computer struggled with this game and recording at the same time.
So that's an interesting note, because this game actually was conceived back in 2012, but computers were not in a state that they could handle something like this, where they were rendering both these high quality worlds at the same time. So
It
Still
seems like
barely possible.
that's the thing.
it.
And Cook, what kind of GPU are you running there?
Well, it asks for.
'Cause you're-
I've got a 3080.
exactly. So I mean, it's not like you're hobbling along with like a 1080 or something.
Even a 1080 shouldn't. It's
Oh,
pretty
there's
awesome.
a review now option.
No, I won't do that. Maybe later.
Maybe later.
We'll just send the link to our next video, our
Oh.
discussion video.
Here we go.
So looks like the bottom of a lake.
Hmm.
Yep.
Feels like it.
Yep. Feeling some water ripples. The watch.
Oh, not a lake.
That's Thomas's watch that he got for his anniversary.
Spirit Thomas? Or is that real Thomas?
That'd be interesting
Spirit
if
Thomas,
real
right?
Thomas was in the spirit world.
That's definitely a spirit world.
Mystery.
I mean- Kudos to whoever said there might be an end scene. I did not expect one.
Everything's got an end scene nowadays.
That wraps that up.
Well,
All right.
that absolutely wraps up our playthrough of The Medium. Thanks again for watching with us. We've got a review / discussion video coming out on our thoughts about this game coming out in a couple of days. So please join us for that one, where we break down what we thought of the game and maybe have some discussions on what we're going to do next. Thanks again. Please
All right,
consider
cheers.
subscribing and give us a thumbs up on the video.
Thank you. Thanks, guys. It was fun.
Later.
Cheers.
See ya.